Good morning to everyone out there. This is the power of healing with Utabi. Yo, it is so early, guys, in the morning. It's like I actually woke up at about 2:30 because I had to do this video. You are and when I say to people, Tina, this is work. You awake. You are on duty 24 hours a day. This is what I mean, because just to make this video. This was basically from a request that I got, but so this was from a request that I got to explain about the significance of izikhali zomoya. When you speak of izikhali zomoya or izinduku zomoya, we're speaking of zesthunywa, we're speaking of prophecy. We're speaking of izinduku zase Zion. If you look at izikhali zase Zion, the cross, the V, and in the one that's straight, and also izinduku yethusi, the significance of it in zesthunywa or in prophecy. So it's something like this that I'm talking about. Sorry, I need to clean it basically, and I'm still wondering which I forgot which konje I clean wangani, but I hope you guys will help me out which konje clean wangani. Izikhali clean wangani, and especially abantu abakhulu eZion, they would help me with izikhali clean wangani. So yeah, so basically it was a request from one of my viewers to just talk more about the significance of izikhali. But for me to talk about the significance, I'm going to have to start by talking about churches, guys. So we go back, so we know background history of things. Singaveli sithatha izinto phezulu, because sile generation elahle yonke into because we don't understand the background of izinto. Sorry, I had to write something that Ikehla is just telling me now. So yeah, guys, so I first need to say this to you: please respect the gift. Before I start with that, man, I wanted to say this, guys. Did you know that prophecy, the gift of prophecy, is the first stage of your spiritual awakening? When ukala utolu utu, you have a gift, or you are spiritually called, or you are spiritually gifted, it is because you actually have the gift of prophecy. You actually have a gift of prophecy, and that is the first step of a spiritual awakening cycle. So yeah. And then going back, I want us to really respect, guys, people with the gift of a prophecy, or the prophets. Guys, there is nothing as painful as ukuvuka kwesithunywa. When isithunywa siphakama emuntwini, when isithunywa sivuka emuntwini, there is nothing as painful as that. It feels like a seizure. It feels like you are fitting. So it's not really something. Some people even get epileptic. It's not even funny. It feels like a seizure, guys. It is very painful. It's a very painful feeling. That is why it's the first thing that you have to get used to, because sorry guys, it's a spirit, so it gets heavy on your body, because your body seems like it's getting into shock, because or there is this change of energy. So it's very painful, guys. Let's respect those people. That is why you find when some bavukwe isithunywa or isithunywa siphakamile, abanye you'd find them drooling kuphuma mathe. Sometimes you'd find them ngathi umuntu hlikiza ikhanda, omunye uziqinisa ikhanda, omunye uyaziluma, guys. It is painful. That gift is painful. Let us respect abantu abanayo. Let us, because we have a tendency of saying you, and especially with the our generation and the upcoming generation, lo muntu uzongcolisa. Guys, that thing, you don't ask for it. It's very painful, and we need to respect abantu abanayo. Okay, ayikho into that is so embarrassing like ukuvukelwa isithunywa or ukuphakama kwesithunywa uhleli nabantu. That is the most embarrassing process, because abantu aba understand, and yet awuzenzi. You are not in control at all. You are not in control of what's happening in your body. That is why I say it becomes like a seizure, and you fitting. It's really, it's not nice. So please, let's respect them. Shamanism, guys, when we speak of shamanism, we're speaking of, I spoke of shamanism a lot, and we don't understand that we were shamans. One thing that God gave 3 churches, ne? I'm not sure about other countries, and I think these churches actually went global, or they were recognized all over. The 3 churches, Methodist Church, Zion, and Apostol. I'm talking about Apostol, clap and tap. Those churches were given. I'm not excluding others. I'm not sure about others. I mean, I'm talking about what I've been taught and what I know. The 3 churches, Methodist Church, which is Wessel, Apostol, Zion, they were given the power of shamanism, but all our elders or old people did not know, or the old generation did not know, that they were actually practicing shamanism through church. And that is spirituality. We were given spirituality, guys. They were practicing shamanism through church. How do I mean? So they were given the power of healing, using natural resources, using their gift, using their healing gifts. So when you get to, let's start with Zion, guys. Zion, they were given ukfuta, and they were given this gege, where you go, isgege or iskhalanga. You would understand if we go asonte Zion, iskhalanga, or ukzungeza. If we say ukzungeza, they were given that. That is part of shamanism, because that is how udonsa isithunywa. That is how isithunywa sidonswa. That is how isithunywa siphakanyiswa, sicela. So that ukzungeza nokufutha bekwenza ukuthi kuhlangana imimoya yabantu, kuhlangane imimoya, kukhuphuka isithunywa, so that abantu bazohila. So now we have a problem that we lost izindlela zethu. Now we are doing it for singing, for the competing about singing and competing about imilindelo, the fancy imilindelo that we have now, the fancy night visuals that we have now. As Zion, it was not about that. It was a church of healing, because that is why bekubizwa isithunywa. That is why bekuba nenkonzo yesithunywa kakhulu, which is kuzungezwe. We have lost that because we did not understand, or we do not understand what the church was all about. So Zion was given the gift of prophecy. Apostol was given the gift of prophecy. Okay? And through prophecy, people were healed. Now, when we get to now, see, we're doing it just, we have modernized in the CU a lot, that we have lost our way and our ways, and the main vision and purpose that God had for these churches. We lost that. Manje anyeke abantu badinga ukuthi ithunywa iphakamiswe, ithunywa ziklinwe, ithunywa zisebenze. But because these churches that were mainly chosen ukwenza leyo msebenzi are not doing it anymore. So we find abantu abanezithunywa that is now manifesting into drugs and all of that, because abantu banezithunywa ezingakwazi ukuphuma, ezingakwazi ukuphakama. The churches that were chosen to do those works, to do that work, have lost inkambo yabo, noma foundation yabo, noma purpose, the sole purpose of the church. So now leyithunywa mayiphakama, there is kufike kube nezikhali, but I don't want to get to izikhali right now. So yes, ukucula kwethu now, those worshiping songs, there's zesthunywa, okay, ezayona makuthiwa siyacela, that because now when ucela, you go into this trance, you are talking to God directly. So you are pleading with God for healing, for light. That is why bekuconnecta imimoya, and then kuvuka ithunywa, abantu ba thole kuthelwana ngamazwi, kuthelwa umuntu akuprophesize, and that was because that was shamanism. That's how we healed. We go to Apostol, bekushaya ibhele, kushaya insimbi, Apostol, and that, and going back to Zion, that is where we got amajaz, guys. And then when we get to Apostol, bekufike Apostol bephiwa amandla wamanzi. That is why in olden days the color, guys, let me talk about the color first. Yes, Apostol, the blue color yechibi sidiba, that has a prophetic meaning. That is why when somebody was given ubufundisi Apostol, or was given was a prophet, indlu yakhe was identified with the blue color. It has a prophetic meaning. It was a color that was actually prophesied through unto church as Apostol. As to amakhala waseZion, which was the white, the green, and the blue, those colors is thunywa sasentabeni. That is why I say when you use things, guys, understand the meaning. Those three colors, bekuphakamisa isithunywa sasehlane, kuphakamisa isithunywa sasentabeni. That is why those three colors were very important. Even Apostol, the blue and the white is very important, because isithunywa sasentabeni, or kuphakamiswa isithunywa. So when you use candles, you cannot use amakhandlela without understanding isithunywa onaso. They have meanings. So as I'm on the color, so the color as Apostol was actually a prophecy that was given to the church. Esebenza ngamanzi. Ikhala yechibi, makuthiwa ichibi, the stream, or ikhala yechibi sidiba sametsi. It's a water healing power. Okay. So yeah. So now that is why Apostol bekushaya insimbi or bekushaya ibhele, because lapho that's how isithunywa sabo noma umoya wabo bophakanyiswa, for people to heal you and tell you izinto, or tell you about your life. And then sometimes you'd get negupu. Even as Zion, there are churches that used to play drums, and even Apostol, they play drums. That is part of shamanism, and that is part of healing, guys. The clapping of hands. Makuzophakamisa isithunywa, umuntu makazophakama isithunywa Apostol bekazoshaya izandla, or omunye agide, or omunye. That is how isithunywa siphakama ngakhona. That is why fanele kuhlangana imimoya kuculwe, and drumming and bells, and just ukuthi kuphakame imoya. Okay, we have lost that. We have I no longer see a lot of people carrying amabhele and all of that. And even Zion, it's even worse, because they don't even carry izikhali anymore. I don't know ukuthi ngoba kuthiwa izikhali zomoya, olwangaze empini yomoya ulwangani if ungasiphetanga. But yeah, that's up to them, guys. I don't want angisho kabi. I'm just saying, I don't know ukuthi ulwa kanjani isikhali sakho somoya ungenaso, because le izikhali zine meaning, and I'm going to get to that. So Wessel with Methodist Church, the red itself symbolizes a certain healing power. The red itself symbolizes the blood, that the blood and the water that guys, the blood and the water and so when that happened, what dabuka ilento ingubo yethempeli. If you are you are a Christian, you would know masithi kwadabuka ingubo yethempeli. Okay, the garment, when we talk about the garment, so I have touched the hem of his garment, and his love set me free. That is what we're talking about. So apostles, they would use ama imkamelo. I don't know why they call it in English, but those beating lento pillows, they would use, if it's pillows, I don't really think it's pillows, it has a name, but they would use that. That is how they worship. That is how they connect to God. That is why that is how zesthunywa sabo siphakama ngakho. That those things have meanings. Those things have meanings zonke. Okay, so and then so we have lost those ways. We have now turned it into fashion trends, and who is doing better than who. But mainly these three churches are about healing the soul, healing the spirit. That is why there were spiritual churches. But it was not understood that when we talk about spirituality, we are actually talking about the soul, and those were soul churches. Spirituality, guys, has nothing to do with traditional healing. Spirituality is on a broader and different level. And it starts from church. As much as they would deny that spirituality is there, it is there. It started there. Because for umuntu to awaken the spirit, somebody, they will have to go attend a certain church, or they will go have so hence I said, guys, this was a request from someone to explain the significance of izinduku nan. I just wanted to mention first the background. So when don't ever think ukuthi we don't practice shamanism. We practice it everywhere. Hence I say, guys, when zesthunywa sivuka, it's not something that zesthunywa is umoya, guys. Zesthunywa is also a spirit, if we have to call it that way. So when umuntu avuka a spirit, something has to happen. Okay, so now in prophecy, you would get that prophets would actually prophesize which stick to give you, izinduku or izikhali, which stick to give you. Do you understand? When we talk about your shield of faith, when we talk about your what do they call it? There is a word for it. I'll remember it. Your armor of faith, your armor, izinduku zakho zempi, or izinduku zakho zokulima izimpi, your armor of faith. We are talking about these sticks. We are talking about how you fight with these sticks. As a zesthunywa le izinduku, guys, even the izinduku yethusi, it's that one that is silver, and I think sort of like metal, insimbi. That is izinduku zesthunywa. So umuntu makanesthunywa, when you have a spiritual calling, you actually have faneke bakubonise ngisho induku yakho yesthunywa. You cannot only have ignopir, which is isagila, or ex, which is imbazo, or ideka, which is bathini le square. I will remember it again. There is a word for it esizulwini. Umkhonto. It's not just umkhonto and isagila. There is izinduku zesthunywa as well that you need to be shown, and you need to that needs to be revealed to you, because they have meanings. Now when we talk about izinduku, guys, there is one Let me just draw them so you see what I mean. There is one like this, which is a cross. There is one that is like this, which is a cross. A cross, guys. The significance of a cross, when they prophesize you and they give you induku cross. And these induku, guys, they were not just given. But when ziwa a night vigil, a prayer night vigil. So uzophakanyiswa ithunywa unikezwe le nduku. It was not just given. Okay, you would not go and buy it. Imali beyikhishwa and umfundisi would go and buy it and perform a certain praying ritual ezoyenza ukuthi le induku zibe namandla. Induku yamandla leya, guys. That is why you always have to carry it, or you always have to have it. Induku yamandla akho. So the cross will signify that a gift of prayer. You are a healer, a prayerful healer, or you heal through praying, and you heal through amans. That is the significance of a cross. You heal through amans. You are you have a gift of prophecy. You have a gift of water healing, or healing with water. You have zesthunywa or unomoya. Okay, so that you are strong in prayer, or actually your gift is actually through prayer. That is a significance of a cross. And then we have one like this, which is sort of like a V. Sinezikhali esingathi siwuvine, which is now V is when they prophesize you. V means along your journey of life, you're going to have to choose where you fall. So, and then that's when you are going to have to choose which gift are you going to use. Or yes, or uzoba based either amathonga or zesthunywa. But with that ndugu, you had to, it was symbolizing, or the significance of it is that you will, along your way in life, you are going to have to choose the path in which you want to follow. Okay? So, as a person, and the prophets would do a spiritual assessment, guys, because they would not give you without prophesizing the indugu, as I've mentioned. So, you're going to have to choose which way you're going to follow. That is why it's straight and then it pezul. So your journey is going to separate like this, and you are going to have to follow one, or you would follow both. Depends, but that is what that in izikhali signifies. And then we have this straight one. The straight one, guys, symbolizes purity. And when I mean purity, it means a clear soul, a soul that is still pure in terms of innocence, a soul is straight in kanje. It's straight kanje. A pure soul that has no dent in it, or ayingcolanga, because and would not actually would not follow isn't as wrong. So it means a pure soul, and it meant so you are a free spirit. Your spirit is clean in such a way that like you don't awusumuntu wempi. Okay, awusumuntu wempi, and awusumuntu ozohamba angene ezintweni ezirong. That so because your soul is forever pure. Your soul is forever pure. Okay, yes, in life you're going to meet challenges and you're going to make mistakes, but it's soul, the inside of you, your spiritual being, or your higher being is actually very pure in terms of intentions. That is what the indugu straight means. So yeah, I'm not sure whether I'm missing out. Okay, and then that is what that meant. Now when we go to that is indugu zasezayone, that is indugu zesthunywa, guys. And then we go to Apostol, where you would get indugu ethusi, which is this one. Khona le engathi nje in around phezulu, and then kube khona nale ene siphambano. Okay, layers siphambano in a circle would actually mean the same thing. You have the power of healing through water and through prayer. So you are a prayerful healer with the power of healing. It's just that the practices that are followed in these churches are, they think they're different, but it's more or less the same. So with the cross and a circle, yendu yetusu, it means that you have the gift of healing through prayer and through water. So indu yetusule, and then there's this one around phezulu still means the purity and the innocence of the soul, and the same thing as nendugule estrate. So basically they would mean this, more or less the same thing. It's just that the tools that are used are different. However, they more or less mean the same thing. So the one estrate and or just this round thing phezulu, it means the purity of the soul, the innocent. Also muntu wempi, you are like you are humble in your soul. And so because remember, these they prophesied through according to your higher being, according to your spiritual being, not your physical being. So guys, I hope I've helped out. If I have, and I hope that you have learned. But hence I said, guys, we need to get research, we need to get background, and most importantly, we need to go back to what work was given to us, because we are where we are now with all these challenges, with all these things happening in our communities and our country. We lost our ways. We lost what we were given. We lost the preciousness of our of the gift of prophecy. The true meaning of a gift of prophecy, we have lost it. Thank you so much, and I do hope you subscribe to my channel as early as it is, guys. And I do hope that you turn on the notification button. And ngizwacela lamakhehla ukuthi akangivuse ekuseni kanje, ngicela ningicelele nawo nani ukuthi bakangivuse ekuseni kanje. But I understand, because this is one thing that is very close to Kehla's heart. This topic is very close to Bishop Wami. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, and I do hope you still enjoy your morning and the rest of your weekend. Bye bye.